Hello dear student, this is my second lecture of chapter 3rd machines for class 10th student. In this lecture we will discuss principle of machine and a relation between efficiency, mechanical advantage and velocity ratio. First of all students, you must watch the first lecture of chapter 3rd machines, in which we have already described the concept of machine and types of machine, work input, work output, efficiency, mechanical advantage and many more. Now we will study the concept of principle of machine. What is the principle of machine? Principle of machine means student, when energy is supplied to a machine by applying effort, it does some useful work on load. Means suppose you have a machine, any machine means which can easier our work. Suppose this is a machine, you are applying a work done. It means this is a effort. When you are applying a work done, it means you are losing a energy. When energy is supplied to a machine by applying effort, it does some useful work on load. It does some useful work on this load, and this work in form of the load, and you are applying a force on this machine. This is known as the effort. It means is then the principle of machines. According to principle of machine, we can write when energy is supplied to a machine by applying effort, it does some useful work on load. So we can write here when energy is supplied to a machine, when energy is supplied to a machine by applying effort, it does some useful work. Where it does some useful work? On the load. This is the principle of machine. And now we will study the effort point and load point. So write heading effort point. What is the effort point and what is the load point? So we can define the relation between output work and input work for every machine, for ideal machine or actual machine. So write the effort point. What is the effort point? Effort point means student, the point at which the energy is supplied to a machine by applying the effort is called the effort point. Suppose this is a point in which we are applying a effort so that the machine is working. It means this point is known as the effort point. So we can write here the point at which the energy is supplied to a machine by applying effort is called effort point. And what is the load point? Load point means student, a point in which machine is work. So we can write the point where energy is obtained by overcoming the resistive force. It means load. By overcoming the resistive force or load is called the load point. Okay. Effort point means a point in which we are applying an effort is called the effort point. Load point means a point at which machine is applying work or machine is overcoming the resistive force. This point is known as the load point. Now we will study the input energy and output energy. What is the input energy and what is the output energy? Input energy means student, the work done. when we are applying a work on any body, this work done is stored in the form of energy. And here we are applying a effort, we are applying a work done, or we are applying a force at the effort point. It means we are doing work, and this work done is stored in the form of energy, and this energy is known as the input energy. So we can write here work done at the effort point. Work done at the effort point is called the input energy. So we can write work done at the effort point is called the input energy. We know that work done is equal to, what is the work done? Work done is force into displacement. So here force is applying what? Effort. We are applying a effort on a machine. It means we are applying a force. So at the place of force here, effort is working. So we can write here effort at the place of work means force into displacement. It means effort into displacement. Which displacement? Suppose we have a jack. When we are applying a force, it means the jack is shifting in this direction, in forward direction. It means the jack is shifting, and here will be some displacement. In every machine, when we are applying a effort, it means some displacement is occurring there, and this displacement is known as the displacement of the point of application of effort. So we can write work done by the effort point means effort into displacement of the point. Which point? Of the point of application. Of the point of application of effort is called the input energy. Now we will study the output energy. What is the output energy? Output energy means work done obtained, or work obtained on the load. How many work is obtained on the load? It means this is the output energy. So we can write here what is the output energy. Output energy. Output energy we can write in one line: work obtained at the load. Work obtained at the load is called the output energy. And we can write work means force into displacement. So at the place of work obtained at the load into displacement. Which displacement? Displacement of the point of application of load. This is the input energy and this is the output energy. So we have to remember that when energy is supplied to a machine by applying effort, it does some useful work. It is compulsory for every machine. It does some useful work when we are applying a effort. This is the principle of machine. And what is the effort point? Effort point means a point in which we are applying an effort. This is called effort point. What is the load point? A point at which machine is work. A point where obtained the overcoming the resistive force is called the load point. And input energy means effort into displacement. When we are applying an effort on a machine, it will displacement in forward direction. Its clip or its part is displacing. For suppose we have a screw jack. When we are applying, this is a screw jack. When we are applying an effort, when we are rotating in upward direction, it will shift it in upward. It means it will displace some distance, and this is known as the displacement of the point of application of effort. And this displacement is shifted in other side, and this is known as the displacement of the point of application of load. This is the load of screw jack, and this is the effort of screw jack. And this is the input energy and this is the output energy. Now we will study what is the relation between output energy and input energy for an ideal machine, for an actual machine. After that we will study the relation between efficiency, mechanical advantage and velocity ratio. Now next heading is ideal machine. What is the ideal machine? The machine in which there is no loss of energy. In every machine there is a loss of energy, but a machine in which no loss of energy is called the ideal machine. In real there is no any ideal machine. So we can write the machine in which there is no loss of energy. No loss of energy is called the ideal machine. It means no loss of energy means, suppose we have a machine, it means when we are applying a effort on this machine, it does some load. It means input energy is equal to output energy. In ideal machine, it is compulsory that output work done must be equal to input work done. This is the case of an ideal machine. We know that the efficiency means output upon input. So we can write efficiency we can denote efficiency and new symbol eta, and this is equal to output work upon input work. When both are same, output work is input work for an ideal machine, it means efficiency of an ideal machine is 1. 1 means 100%. So we can write efficiency of ideal machine is 1. That's so efficiency of an ideal machine is 100%. So we can write here, or we can write 100%. This is the case of an ideal machine in which there is no any ideal machine is possible in our world. Now we will study the next heading, actual machine. We are using the actual machine in every industries or companies. We are using the actual machine. What is the actual machine? Actual machine means the machine in which output energy is less than input energy. Output energy of any machine should be less than the input energy, and this machine is known as the actual machine. In really life, there is actual machine is only possible, ideal machine is not possible. There is no any ideal machine. In every machine there is energy losses, like some friction losses or sound losses, light losses. Different types of losses are occurring in every machine. So there is no any ideal machine is possible. We are working on the actual machine. What is the actual machine? The machine in which output energy is less than the input energy. So we can write here the machine in which output energy is less than input energy is called the actual machine. It means the loss energy is mainly due to the friction between why output energy is not equal to input energy, because in every machine there is a loss in energy mainly due to the friction between the different parts of the body or elasticity and rigidness of part of machine. So we can write the loss in energy is mainly due to friction between different parts of body or elasticity. What is the elasticity? Elasticity means it is a property of any material. Which property? Suppose we have a rod having length L, we are applying a force along its length. It means when its length is increasing when applied force, it means it has the property of elasticity. Elasticity means it is a property of any material which is shifted. When we are applying a force on any body, it will change its length or it will change its dimension. It means it has a elasticity property. Okay, and next is rigidness of parts of machine. This is the concept of actual machine. Now we will study the relation between efficiency, mechanical advantage and velocity ratio. In previous lecture we have already discussed in detail what is the efficiency. Efficiency means output energy upon input energy. Mechanical advantage means load upon effort. Velocity ratio means velocity of effort upon velocity of load, VE upon VL. Now we will study the relation between efficiency, mechanical advantage and velocity ratio. So write the heading relation between efficiency, mechanical advantage and velocity ratio. Relation between efficiency, eta, this is the symbol of eta. Sorry, eta. And mechanical advantage MA and velocity ratio VR. We know that work input is effort into effort displacement or displacement of point of application of effort DE, and work output means load into DL. What is DL? Displacement of point of application of load. We have discussed now work input and work output. Now we know that efficiency of any machine, efficiency eta of any machine is work output upon work input. Work done by the machine upon work done on the machine. It means work output means load into DL and work input means effort into DE. We can write here load upon effort and DE upon DL, because we know that we can multiply here or here we get load into, this should be DL, L into DL, this is the work output, E into DE, this is the work input. So this L into DL upon E into D we can write in the form of L upon E into whole upon of DE upon DL. What is the DE? D means displacement of the point of application of effort, displacement of the point of application of load. Okay. We know that L upon E, load upon effort, is mechanical advantage, and DE upon DL, displacement in effort upon displacement in load, is velocity ratio. This is the relation between efficiency, mechanical advantage and velocity ratio. Or we can derive an other formula, load upon effort into 1 upon displacement in effort upon displacement in load. This is the other formula of efficiency. So you have learned eta is equal to mechanical advantage upon velocity ratio. For an ideal machine, or this symbol we can also write mechanical advantage is eta into velocity ratio. For an ideal machine, ideal machine means output energy upon input energy. It means eta is equal to, for an ideal machine we know that eta is equal to 1. The symbol of eta is similarly like as small n, and eta is equal to 1. When we put the value of eta is equal to 1, we get mechanical advantage should be equal to velocity ratio. This is the case of for ideal machine. And for actual machine, output energy is less than in input energy, because there is a energy losses like friction in different parts, as elasticity, rigidness or minimal. For actual machine we know that eta less than 1. Why eta less than 1? Because we know that eta is equal to output work upon input work. When output work is less and input work is greater, it means this is the value of, suppose output less is 5, then input less is 10, because output less is less than the input, it means it will always less than 1. When numerator is less than denominator, it means the value of this is always less than 1. Here eta is less than 1, it means mechanical advantage is less than velocity ratio. This is the case of for actual machine, and this is the case of for ideal machine. Now we will study the concept of levers, fulcrums and principle of levers in our next lecture. So make a proper notes and write all the points in which we have described in this lecture, and thank you very much.